All right, so we have exhausted the different options for being from the, if we stick with Barbarian, from being from the Dreadfire Archipelago. So now let's see if there's anything different coming from the Ixmatil Plains. So located in the northeast of the Ir Glenfath, the Ixmatil Plains are large expanse of fertile savannas that are extensively farmed by humans and Orlean residents. Their culture is one of the oldest in the world, though one of the least imperialistic, having spread out little over the past several thousand years. So check out what backgrounds are new here. So we've seen aristocrat, drifter, laborer, merchant. Scholar is a new one. Scholar and philosopher both seem to be new. I don't think we've seen anything like those. So let's check. Again, I don't believe, we've seen aristocrats, we've seen drifters, we've seen laborers. Yeah, scholar and philosopher. So a barbarian scholar could be interesting. So for you, knowledge is a relentless pursuit. You hoard each kernel of information as though it were precious metal. The time you don't spend learning, time is wasted. All right, Klenda went to school, unlike Klug. So let's find out what makes being a scholar more interesting. I know that obviously they have to allow you to mix and match whichever class with whichever background potentially suits whatever region that you want to be from. I just find it funny a scholar barbarian just kind of is always a cool idea. Like, nothing actually implies barbarians are illiterate. It's just that you get filled with rage and you have this tremendous kind of like battle savvy. So a scholar with the propensity to, you know, smash someone's head with a book, also kind of interesting. All right, let's check out scholar. All right, so word around camp is you've got a lot of knowledge tucked away. What kinds of things did you study before you came here? So you can be, I was a historian. I took an interest in all matters arcane. I studied war and combat. That's actually pretty cool. That actually fits with being a barbarian, actually. So let's see, if you were a historian. All right, so how did you happen to come here? I wanted to see with my own eyes what I'd only seen described in text. It's really cool. I decided it was better to be part of history than to read about it. I came to realize that all history is written with an angle. It's impossible to know what really happened. I made a poor choice when I was expelled for it. That's kind of vague. That's actually, I don't know. I actually weirdly really don't like that one. It's not even very specific to being a scholar. You could put this one in any of the other options and it would just be fine. I don't know. I actually really like these. I think of all these, I came to realize that all history is written with an angle. It's possible to know what really happened. It's kind of a, but you're still a scholar, so I don't think that stops. Or maybe it's implied that you do stop. I don't know. Your backgrounds, I think, don't assume you are maintaining your background. It's just where you came from. So I guess it could mean you just got ennuied out of being a scholar. I don't know, I kind of like the, I wanted to see with my own eyes what I had only seen described in text. I bet that's going to trigger the, got a lot on your mind, huh? Then it was time for you to move on. Oh, I don't like that response. That's not quite what I read that as being. Oh well. So here are the options. So we've looked at being a historian. So I took an interest in all matters arcane. So they wouldn't give me the freedom to study what I wanted. It was a waste of time. My teachers were hedge witches. Their lessons were parlor tricks. I broke a few rules and they expelled me for it. Huh. I don't know. I think they wouldn't give me the freedom to study what I wanted. What kind of magic did you want to study? What dark side teachings were they keeping from you that they wouldn't let you? Again, this sort of seems more interesting if you're one of the magic classes. Being a barbarian with this kind of outcome, which again, like I said, they want to give you enough options to where you could find a pairing that would work. With a barbarian, it seems kind of silly, but I don't know. I like it was a waste of time. My teachers were hedge witches. Their lessons were parlor tricks. I think as a barbarian who might want to learn magic, that could be kind of funny just because, like, I don't know, maybe you really want to learn how to cast a fireball spell and all they're teaching you is like prestidigitation, like how to do card tricks. That could be funny. That it was a waste of time for you. It's time for you to move on. It's just about me every week. Okay, all right, cool. So we've looked at historian. We've looked at all matters arcane. So this is the one that's more barbarian centric, actually. Like I said, I'm not going to be playing a barbarian if I do this, but studied war and combat actually fits. So how is it you came to be here? I studied enough to learn. I didn't want anything to do with it. I killed another student. I eclipsed my teacher. There was nothing more I could learn in a school. I killed another student. That's wild. Just throwing out the I killed someone angle. Goodness. I studied enough to learn. I didn't want anything to do with it. I don't like that one. At least not as the which, to be honest, this option kind of doesn't sound great for, I mean, in this game in general, because you're going to be fighting in this game. So I don't know. Maybe you could play it as if you're trying to like not kill people, like if you're trying to do options where you don't hurt anyone. I don't think you can do pacifist runs in this. I don't know. Of these, I eclipsed my teachers. There was nothing more I learned at a school. It's kind of interesting out of these ones. Then it's time for you to move on. All right. So that is Scholar.